Hey everybody, welcome back. It's December 8th. A couple more days left in the competition with that other dude. And now... what's this? I like that you don't... every day feels like... sometimes you got a normal day, and other days, like, crazy stuff's happening. You don't know what you're getting into as soon as you click continue.
Before we begin this, Berman, I should note that Mr. A.B. Carlos and Mr. Ronald Atticus, representing the city administration, have been good enough to join us. And Judge Hawkins has also kindly agreed to attend. The rest of these gentlemen, I believe you already are familiar with.
Thank you, Mr. Plunkett.
Okay, so
I'd like
this
to
is
start
her
with...
If you will allow me...
trying to move this into
Berman,
special
I will
status.
begin. I'm still in charge, aren't I?
Yes, Mr. Plunkett. I didn't mean to...
I would like you to answer a few background questions that will help us understand your investigation into the case of Jack Boyd.
Of course, but I just
What's
don't...
so interesting about him?
Sir, you ask me why I want to catch Jack Boyd? In my opinion, it's obvious that...
No, Miss Berman, I did not ask you why you want to catch him. I asked why you're interested.
Like how he says,
in him.
why?
Sir, I'm not sure I understand the question.
Oh, well, in that case, allow me to phrase the question more precisely. You like Jack Boyd because with him, you don't feel lonely, as you said in a telephone conversation on September 19th of last year. Or maybe because you consider him energetic and full of strength, as you said on another call 4 weeks later.
Wait,
the
what?
whole point is
Mr.
that...
Plunkett, sir, before you go on, I think it must be said that...
You know, Miss Berman, I am a man of conservative upbringing. I always imagine there are certain obligatory rituals and relationships between men and women. Going to the movies, meeting at the cafe, walking in the moonlight. But I see that's just boilerplate romance compared with these touching transcripts. You've quite convinced me that even over the phone, you can create a very close bond with someone. So close, in your case, that it creates an obvious conflict of interest. And although your connection with Mr. Boyd didn't end under the best of circumstances, I don't think I need to explain how grossly you violated professional ethics, and even, perhaps, the law.
Sir, I'm not...
Remember at the beginning in the letter asking about the
Isn't
affair? We were
this
like,
the
we didn't...
work of the prosecutor, Miss Berman, to know a little more than the others know? Information is our weapon, haven't you heard? I'm sure everyone in this room will agree. Do you think I would have reached my post if I couldn't gather information and use it at the right time and place? Everyone here understands perfectly what I'm talking about, I assure you. And I have little doubt that you understand as well, Miss Berman. Now, going against a person with information is like going against yourself. A young lady with ambitions simply cannot help but learn these common truths.
Mr. Plunkett, there's something...
But even truisms are sometimes worth remembering, are they not?
If you'll just let me explain...
I believe we're finished here, Miss Berman. You are suspended from all current duties. Your future will be decided by the disciplinary committee at a special meeting on February 2nd. Meanwhile, you're free to go. We don't need to detain our guests any further. I think they've heard everything they need to hear.
Whoa. She got put in her place, man. Okay. Interesting. Atkins, fine. Penkin. Percy. I heard that there's a place in the forest, the source of the stream, you know, where the triangle stones point out there are some teenagers giving away copies of that book in exchange for 4 cans of tuna. Of course, I immediately rushed out to the forest, got myself all wet, made the trade. When I got home, I noticed that they'd put a different book inside the book jacket. Instead of Fontaine, it was all some guy named Coalfield. Doesn't even investigate murders. Just walks back and forth. Anyway, I want to take the day off today. Find those teenagers. Teach them a lesson in literature. No. Neighbor asked to help sew a wedding dress for her daughter. The patterns are going to take all day, so I'm going to take the day off. This guy, he does seem talented. I'll give him that. Look at him. He's a beauty. Okay. I like you. What? So I think some of these guys, now he's got no respect for us. He's like, he needs to have, he needs people to say no to him to be respected, like authority. He respects authority. And if we're just like, yeah, do whatever you want, he's like, okay, screw this guy. Okay, auto assign, let's go. We're gonna have to figure out these dishes. She'll eat whatever. Weak immune system. Told me to eat a lot of potatoes with the skin on. He said there's a lot of vitamin C in the skin. Never try raw skin, but if they're better when they're baked, right? So we need like a baked potato dish. Right here. Whole tanker full of tomatoes. Juice, soup, you name it. The whole family gagged on it. I can't even look at a tomato. No tomatoes. Okay. Hot dogs are bad for your health. See, that's nonsense. Can anything that tastes so good be bad for you? So maybe... So he'd want hot dogs. But this guy needs baked potatoes. That's going to be a problem. Can I give vitamin C from the orange juice, though, maybe? Because that would be vitamin C. I don't know. My friend said that the donuts from the cafe are fried in machine oil. Can you believe it? I'm not putting any more of them in my mouth, okay? No donuts. Not picky. Poured in some vegetable soup for me to try. Told me it was yummy. And I had terrible shits. Hope we don't have that stuff on our menu. Okay, so we got chili. Highly carbonated water can have a bad effect on your stomach. Okay. Not picky. Not picky. I think this is all right. I think this is okay. I don't know about the vitamin C thing. Because they say it's vitamin C in the skin, but I'm hoping he gets that from the orange juice. So, we'll see. We go a little bit over, but got to keep these mother frickers happy, you know? Okay, night terrors on the ward. This is where we need to invest some time in figuring out the what's what. Belmont. Let's go, buddy. And let's fill out for dissatisfied patient. Now, technically, I think the judge will just approve anything that we send him, right? But we still kind of want to get the right thing, I believe. Flower pots, Aranovich. Like, a lot of these guys we could be sending. Should we send flower pots for the day? Kurosawa, I gotta up his intelligence a bit. And then he can just be a detective. That's gonna be his one thing that he does every day. You know? I'll send these guys. They didn't find anything last time. But let's see if they can find anything. At all. And if they don't find it again, then we'll just know that it's not. It's probably not chance-based. It's probably just that they suck. Okay. I don't know what to do with this guy. I don't know if we should send him to court. Because we don't really need him, I guess. But these don't seem to link to each other too much anyway. And I'm not sure about the torture. We could check again, but he didn't have, like, health or whatever. Okay. So he wants 6 stun grenades. Cocaine, ground coffee, paprika. Oh. Criminals will always tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. How does that work? Maybe that's something we could do with that guy. Cocaine, ground coffee, and paprika. We have no cocaine. We don't have any of these things. Send me a good cop. Doesn't need to bring anything. He used my tools. If we save this heretic, then the doors of my church will always be open to you. But we already have this, so I'm not sure why these keep staying here.
526 in
torture
progress.
that guy in the church? Isn't that what happened last time? Attempted murder at the water tower. Suspicious man at the water tower pouring gasoline over an unconscious person. I wonder if this is false and it's not gasoline. It's actually, it's not saying there's an onlooker assuming, it's saying that this is what they're doing. So I guess we do send. We do want to send here. Let's do that. Let's try the alcoholism again. And we'll send Leedy to do this. Three most attentive cops. Maybe we can knock that one out at the end of the day.
Progress.
North Store Grocery, 11:45. We can do it. Two freight loaders are grappling each other. One's leg is pinned under a heavy box of canned food. Come on, Adkins. There we go. Third time's a charm. Oh, that's so good. So good. Group of men has dumped gasoline over a motionless figure in a white shroud, dancing around the flame, chanting, "Spirits of the forest, take the soul of the deceased old Mauer." Trample the flame. What if we get caught? I'm just gonna watch. This is probably bad.
526 complete.
Yeah. That's tough. Because I feel like if we would have stomped on it, it could have been bad. Now, what's this? Medical center. I sit all day on a stool handing out medical cards to patients at the hospital. And they're not just full of infections there, but they're also constantly grumbling about having to stand in line for 5 minutes. I can calm pretty much any grumbler down, but now I'm just sick of it all. I can't retire yet, so I need some kind of distraction at work. If you find a small, portable TV for me, it would make life so much more bearable. I hang it from the ceiling, and I'll keep an eye on it while I'm handing out the cards. If you'll do this for me, I'll even break my piggy bank. And your guys, I can give them tips on how to pacify all kinds of threats. I bet you run into grumblers all the time, don't you? So she needs a small TV, small portable TV. Speaking of, that theater thing, nothing happened with it because we never got that big TV, unfortunately. Small portable TV we could buy. She sells them. Sure, let's see how this goes. Tips on how to pacify all kinds of threats. I'm not sure how that fits, but...
530 in progress.
Okay, a balding elderly loader is beating his younger colleague. I've told you over and over, pick up the box in that counter on the count of 3. We have some strength. Separate them.
524
nice.
Complete.
Good job, flower pots. Soup and beans. Soup and beans. Kurosawa. Let's go intelligence. We'll eventually just make you detective. Adkins, no longer... She's officially our best cop now. This is great. 9:45. She can almost do this on her own. Suspicious man is standing by the road outside her trailer for several hours. Prisoner tried to escape from prison. He cut down a guard, but couldn't overcome his fear of heights once he climbed in the fence, and now he can't get down. Okay. We need some people to come back, but I think we can do both. Okay. So let's send Adkins flower pots to this job. We have a taser and a shocker. We might need negotiation, actually, if he's stuck there. So Adkins is going to be a friggin' superstar. If anything happens to her, it's going to be bad. Let's send Duval as well, since it's a prison. And then police impersonation, 9:45. We'll send Fletcher and Aranovich. Man, I'm not sure what Rosencrantz has actually done for us other than take our money. You know? Just like you said, I hooked up the portable TV set for that lady. She almost kissed me. Then she broke a piggy bank and scooped up all the loose change. She got really strict and said that your boys would be going to her for training. What was that about? Was she talking about us or what? Toilet paper, laundry soap, antibiotics. 43 bucks. Oh, negotiation coach. All right. I can't afford any of these things. False alarm. Frightened by a snowman. Yeah, obviously. Obviously. How many... Let's actually see. How much would it cost us to buy those stun grenades? Actually, it's not that bad. It'd be like... Maybe we should just do it. Mostly because I just want to, like, clear it out. Alright. So this one... 6 of them and share my shooting experience. Again, it's just unlocking stuff, but I'm kind of just hoping to clear it up. Him, I don't think there's any hope, right? No. Leet is almost back. We'll send him when he gets home.
562 in progress.
We should see. Hold on. Do we need him? 1430. No, we'll have enough. We'll have enough with those guys. Okay, so you take those. Drug trafficking. An anonymous report came in that there's a white minibus with no license plate smuggling heroin through the town. We have to send all these guys. Let's see what else there is. Caden's Junker. Sharpwood's best pickpocket. Might be in jail now, but I was never caught for that. I'm here for another reason. That asshole in a white coat, Kanayan, he put me here. His son, Kaleem, is in my son's class and was constantly being a bully and causing trouble. So I got sick of it and decided to go talk with Kanayan so he could fix this dull little brat. The conversation turned emotional, but I swear I didn't even hit him. I just pushed Kanayan gently on the chest, and that same evening the cops came for me. Turned out that Kanayan took advantage of his position and concocted a false medical report which showed a terrible beating and injuries to his internal organs. I'm sitting here right now because the judge believed his wild story. Meanwhile, that bastard Kaleem is still beating my son. I'm in no position to help my son, but you could help him. Send a cop to visit him who's good at hand-to-hand combat and tell him to bring a baton. We live in the kind world where self-defense involves knowing what to do against police sticks, right? If you show my son how to fight, then I'll tell you guys, take you guys under my wing and tell them how to hide in plain sight. So stealth. So we're just unlocking a bunch of potential trainings, right? I think we want to do this at some point. Cocaine, ground coffee, and paprika, but man, I just feel like we're spending so much. All right, we may as well send someone out here right now. Has to be all 3 of these guys. A skinhead's clinging to the barbed wire at the top of the fence. His hands are bleeding. Let him sit there, climb the fence and apprehend the man, or shoot the man with the taser. Let's go get him, Adkins.
530
Easy.
complete.
Continue to serve his term plus extra time for trying to escape. Nice. Tobacco. And she's like fully maxed out now. She can literally do anything. That's so impressive. From 0 to hero. All done. Took the stun grenades to that guy. He said he'll be ready for our guys at the shooting range behind the school anytime. Oh my god. Shooting range behind the school seems good. Okay. And this is like a full ring. So, I wonder... Like, this maybe gives 1. This probably gives... maxes out the shooting. Why don't we try it? It's expensive, but let's give it a go. That way we can learn how it works. Shooting coach. If we put him... Oh, will he just not do it? Because it's the second thing. Normally remember to load his revolver. Yeah, he won't go. All right. So We'd have to send somebody else.
515 in progress.
Preferably somebody with 0 shooting to test it. Like Percy. Sounds shitty to invest in him, but let's do it.
554 in progress.
Okay, the patrol car caught up with the white minibus without a license plate. Let's turn on the siren and see what he does. The driver of the minibus heard the siren and tried to force the patrol car off the road. In the end, both vehicles lost control and wound up in the ditch. A man with a revolver jumped out of the cab and opened fire on the patrol car. Holy shit. Let's just hide. Stealth.
562.
Holy moly. Couldn't get him, but we could have died. Found new frames, found new frames. Okay. So the nurse, we got 1. And we got 5 here. He gets up from bed. Hold on. So he gets up in bed and then pees on the floor. This guy gets up, goes over there. I don't think we have what we need. No, we don't. Okay, what do we have here? 8:30. A man in a raincoat ran up to a motorcyclist at a stoplight, pushed him onto the asphalt, and stole his bike. That just won't do. What about this theft? Steal a traffic light? Good luck. We could send all these dudes. Oh, right. Frick, Kurosawa, are you a pain in the ass? Or what? Today, the day has come. I rented the perfect room. Right in the center of town. I got a great deal on everything. Everything's ready. I don't have everything, man. I thought he was coming on the 7th. Alright. Found new clues. Okay, we'll go over these when we get all of them. There's no sense investing the time, right? Okay, it's the last call of the night. Atkins. Flower pots. Let's just send everyone. Oh yeah. Shit! Kurosawa, man. Oh, that's so frustrating. So, how can we get rid of him? We could try to get him injured and then kill him in the morgue or in the hospital. It's a decent option. One guy's sitting on the other shoulder, struggling to unfasten the bolts on a traffic light. Say there, boys. What you need that traffic light for? You can turn the whole world green. Use a baton. Turn on the siren. Let's beat them.
554 complete.
Fella dropped his accomplice. The police easily arrested the thieves. Turned out they only wanted the traffic light to make disco lights. Well, they still were stealing it. Let's be totally honest. Alright, that was a decent day. Okay, so he only gets 1. So I guess what that means is that it means it's a full chance, like it's 100% going to happen, that he would get a point. The other ones are maybes. Alright, fair enough. Now we know how that works. Okay, we have to save some cash, and like, now. Because we're going to have to sell everything. We still don't have the warning, but we know in a couple of days it's going to happen. Decent amount of arrests, but... Okay, not bad. Hey, Carter, he sucks. He does not have any good days. Alright, let's go first. Who could we hire? Anyone? We can't hire anybody, actually. Let's grab a taser cartridge. That'll be it. This guy, he comes around once in a while. I'd like to hire him. Age. I can't imagine what this guy's job is looking like, because we are destroying him right now. Okay, tomorrow's shift. You could take the day off. We have a lot of green. Unfortunately, Kurosawa. Actually, didn't he used to say he'd only work, like, the one day? So that's not bad. It's getting better.
Damn.
What's she doing?
Forgive me, Captain Carter, but this is important.
Don't worry, honey. It's okay. I haven't had time to fall asleep yet.
Oh yeah, too busy
You
doing
came to
nothing?
wish me luck.
You're gonna need more
I
than
have
luck,
leads
dude.
on a number of major cases that I wanted, that I've dreamed of doing. Someone's selling old weapons that they're bringing in from Ripton. Someone else is trying to... Look, it doesn't matter. You can read it all right here. The point is that we've got a lot of evidence against some small-time criminals. Relatively small time, of course. But I wanted to use them to get to bigger fish.
Lily, there's only one day left. I don't have any time to get to the big fish.
And you don't need to. Just arrest all of these people. Arrest them and win.
What?
Your father would have laughed
She's
if
setting
he
us
could
up.
hear this, but I'm a gentleman, my dear.
Just win the stupid competition, Captain Carter.
Not on my watch, biatch. I don't think so. This is complete crap. I don't know what's going on, but we're getting set up, and that is bad news bears. Let me tell you.